श्री प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी, प्रेसिडेंट PHTCCI, श्री साकेत डालमिया जी, सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट PHDCI, श्री संजीव अग्रवाल जी, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, श्री संजय अग्रवाल जी, इमीडिएट former president, distinguished audience. I have a number of friends here. To name them, I will end up making a mistake. I can assure you, for me, it is absolute privilege. Gives me immense satisfaction that I am associated with the leaders of industry on the occasion of 117th annual session of this chamber that is in its second century. When I came here, introduction was given. Introductions often are very embarrassing and they can be questioned also. But undoubtedly there has to be a caveat when your spouse is on your right side. If we go into our historical perspective, our chambers of business and industry have played a key role in our economic upliftment and also in freedom movement. I take this opportunity to urge leading national chambers to pool their talent in a think tank platform so that there is consensual stance on issues that call for addressing by the government and other agencies. If chambers come together, act in tandem and togetherness on such issues, this will be a great guidance also to the government and other agencies. This synergic relationship between industry chambers and government will benefit the society enormously and pave our way to further growth on incremental trajectory. There are not many parallels in the world, I am talking of recent times, to massive infrastructure growth that has transpired in our country in last 8-9 years. Doubling of road networks, 10 times, all because affirmative steps that had not been taken for a long time, they were taken with courage, conviction, and in national interest. Economists have indicated, and firmly, based on statistics, that Bharat, the world's fastest growing large economy, as was indicated by the Honorable President, the 5th largest, an honor we got only a few weeks ago. They are poised to be the 3rd towards end of the decade. This could not have happened. Certainly it could not have happened unless we pay tribute, recognize the role of industry, our hard-working farmers, Shramjeevi workers, artisans, and innovative scientists. This epochal transformation has impacted lives of millions at all levels, be it rural India or urban India. The economic reform basket and series of out-of-box steps taken by the government have transformed our business ecosystem for the better, and this has resulted in inclusive growth. Growth by itself does not carry much meaning to societal development unless it is inclusive. That inclusive growth we have witnessed in recent times, be it inclusion of people in the banking system, be it making available a platform to those who have talent but no money, and the impact is being felt all over. For the first time, the country came to her, and something that was needed long back is Skill Development Ministry, and that is in tune with the time and the demand of the situation. I would make an appeal to the industry, because industry alone can catalyze the wholesome development, and that is optimal utilization of human resource, especially from younger demographics. Incremental rise in broadband connectivity, to name just few. All this has happened primarily because of the people who are here. This could not have happened unless there had been dedicated commitment and focused attention by leaders of the industry and business. In this scenario, there could not have been a more apt team than India at 75, celebrating India's pursuit of self-reliance. It is of contemporaneous relevance and appropriate for a national chamber in its second century. Certainly, the discussions, deliberations, and sideline interactions amongst business leaders are bound to be useful. I hope this will fructify more significantly in this session. Atmanirbhar Bharat, we talk about it, but if we look back, it is reflection of Swadeshi movement a century ago during our freedom struggle. India's pursuit for self-reliance is different than other countries, very different. We believe in the world being a village. We are not self-centered. We believe in world inclusivity. And medical supplies, to talk of recent events, to more than 100 countries during COVID menace is just one such glorious, glaring example. There are many. Industry has always been a key part of India's growth story. And this has happened in spite of hiccups, in spite of problems. The creators of wealth, creators of employment, those engaging in innovation, taking all risks for national benefit, surely need an ecosystem that is at least not in obstruction mode. I congratulate the industry for shaping India what it is today and what it will be in decades to come. Things have taken shape for the better on account of series of affirmative and well thought out government policies. We have seen spectacular growth in recent times. We must create an environment, ecosystem where every talented person is in a position to fully exploit his or her talent. Utilization of talent, underemployment, I would say, and use a very strong word, are curse to development. We have to be antidotal to such kind of situations. And that can be done only, primarily, principally, by the people who are in this hall. Need for systemic utilization of resources, both human and natural, can never be overemphasized. If we look at our constitutional scheme of things, if we go to directive principles of state policy, we will find equitable distribution of wealth and natural resources. The easiest way, the surest way to bring about this big change is to make opportunities available for people to exploit their talent to their fullest advantage. What we have seen recently, that several affirmative steps have been taken and they make us very proud, like startup ecosystem. Our country has a rich pool of over 75,000 startups. I recall the days when, as a young lawyer at the threshold of my career, I had to walk into a banker's office to get a loan of 6,000 rupees. I got it, and that changed my profile as a lawyer. I recall the days when, as a student traveling 6 kilometers from my village to another village for class 6 study, got a scholarship, full scholarship, and I could get quality education. That is the primary focus the country is having. And this accounts for 75,000 startups, 100 unicorns, and each valued more than US 1 billion. Now, Indian industrial map is dotted by these startups, and they are turning out to be game changers. No one knows better than the leaders of the industry that even their younger generation is thinking out of the box. They are getting away from the mainstream of their normal trade and business. And to the surprise of the senior generation, they are meeting with success unheard of or imagined by the senior generation. We can take legitimate pride that in the first 6 months of the current financial year, 2 crore small enterprises have been sanctioned. Rupees 1.4 lakh crores mudra loans. And the one speaking to you is grateful to the banker for giving 6,000 rupees. Look at the big change we are witnessing at the moment. This culture is taking roots in the hinterland also. And our MSME sector is doing a fine job. The Gandhian ideal, which the world has recognized with great deference, is being reflected in the mantra for New India. This mantra is shaping our country in all elements, including business and industry. Sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka viswas, sabka prayas. And this is not limited to government. Many of the countries you know more than I do. The growth engine is propelled by the industry and business. They shape the destiny of the country, and they act geometrically if the government is in supportive mode. They have been known to be doing things in spite of governmental support. But if support is there, it is geometric, and that is happening in the present system. Gratifying to note that Sabka Prayas has got on one platform to serve the nation at large. Giving back to the society, our ancient tradition has now found statutory space also, and that is CSR. I am sure everyone present here will act in a manner so that rational utilization of CSR to serve societal cause by big projects is undertaken. I have no doubt industry is quite capable, important, and all of you present here, individually and collectively, are well in a position to show these people their place. Look at your hard work, the great ecosystem you have created. If Bharat has fed 80 crore people during the pandemic and continues to do so, it could not have been without efforts of the farmer, Shramjeevi worker, and business and leaders. You maintain the chain intact under most difficult circumstances. How can we countenance someone belittling it? COVID was a menace to humanity. It was non-discriminatory challenge. India is 1.3 billion people. Vaccinating 1.3 billion people twice. The very thought of it will make us shiver. This has been accomplished. Reflect back. Who created the hurdles? Who created an environment of no confidence? Who created that this will not fructify into positive action? Those people have to be held accountable. And there can be no greater accountability than societal accountability. There can be no greater accountability than accountability by one's own peers. I would be best judged by my peers in the legal profession. I therefore appeal to you. We have to step out slightly outside our business commitments. We have to believe and enjoy and relish the unprecedented and paralleled growth story of this country that is known as Bharat. And it is a matter of time when all of us will share it, that we are a world leader. We have been world leader earlier, and we have enough to give to the world. Never in the history you will come across a country that has never nurtured the idea even remotely of expansion. The most recent observation of the Indian Prime Minister, globally appreciated: war is no solution to any problem. This is on account of the strength given by 1.3 billion people. I am sure everyone present here will take note of it and deal with this malaise which is floating and disturbing our growth story unnecessarily, and with an agenda that certainly cannot be put in the category of in the interest of the nation or our nationalism. Once again, I am grateful for affording me this great opportunity, and I would conclude only by saying that the thought I am living, that if chambers of commerce and business come on a single platform, our think tank of their own collectively, there is consensual approach, they identify issues to be addressed by the government, you will find in me your foot soldier. Thank you so much.